What's up everybody, Tony here with iTech Check, and today we're going to be taking a look at Amatage's portable monitor. This is a 15.6 inch IPS 1080p display. It has a 178 degree field of view. It's super thin, it only weighs about 1.5 pounds. It has dual built-in speakers, and you don't need any drivers whatsoever for any of the connections you're going to need for this. You can connect this to pretty much anything that uses HDMI and USB Type-C. And one of the questions I want to answer is, can this be powered solely off of a power bank? Because that would make it truly portable. So that's just one of the tests we're going to go ahead and do. But first, let's go ahead and see what you get inside the box. Now you can also pick this up off Amazon. I will be putting a link in the description in case you guys want to pick it up yourself. And if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to do reviews for you guys. So here we have our manual and a little card from Amatage. Here is the monitor in a case. We'll go ahead and put that off to the side just for a second. Here we have a cleaning cloth. Here we have a mini HDMI to regular HDMI cable. Here we have a USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable. And then here we have a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable. And that's pretty much it for the box. So here is the monitor in its case. It's got kind of like a plasticky feel to it, but it has like that texture on it, very shiny as you can see. And it is held in place by magnets, which is pretty cool. Here is the monitor underneath. This is held in by magnets as well. We can just kind of take that off. And here we have our monitor. It looks like it's a matte finish, which is nice because it keeps the glare down. Feels like it has plastic on the sides, but metal around the edges of it. It's got some feet on the bottom here as well. These little rubber feet. On the one side, it has two USB Type-C and a mini HDMI. And on the other side, it looks like we have a power button and maybe either a volume or a brightness and a headphone jack. But we'll go ahead and we'll test that out. So it's pretty nice, super thin. I mean, at the very top here, all the way down to about right here, it's about a couple quarters thickness. It's very thin. And then the way that this stands up is it uses the magnets as well. It kind of folds back on itself like that. Then we fold under the front here, and then we can kind of adjust it a couple different ways in these grooves here. It stands up pretty nice. So here we have a little power bank. It's 5 volts, 2 amps out. So we'll go ahead and see if this can power the screen. Okay, looks like it's powering on. So as of right now, for just the screen, you can power it on with just the power bank. So here we have my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. I'm just going to go ahead and plug it in by the USB Type-C and see if it'll power and work with the monitor without any external source. Okay, so it looks like it did power up. Go ahead and see if I can turn up the brightness here. Okay, so even though it shows the phone working on the screen here, you can barely see that because the brightness is not up all the way. And when I do turn the brightness up all the way, or try to, it restarts. So you're going to need an external power source if you want to use it with your phone viewable. Okay, so there you see, I just plugged in my power bank and it immediately turned up the brightness by itself. And that's because it needed that external power source for a brighter screen. And when I only had my phone plugged in, it was very dim, so it did it by itself. But now you can see it is mirroring the phone. We'll go ahead and see if we can use DeX. Okay, so I just turned Samsung DeX on. It looks like it's working. I'll go ahead and use my phone as a touchscreen. There you go. So now you have a portable computer system, totally wireless. As you can see, there's nothing plugged in that's wired to a wall outlet, just the phone and the power bank, and you have a portable computer unit. You can also connect up your keyboard and mouse to use this on the go as well, which is pretty nice. See, as you can see here, you can easily use your phone as a mouse if you really need to on the go, and it works really well. Things are easy to see. There's no issues with reading text. It's definitely clear enough. So if you really needed a portable computer, you can just carry this with your power bank and your phone and you'd be good to go. And here you can see the color representation on the screen and how close it is to my phone screen. I think it's actually pretty good. And as you saw before, you can also use your phone to mirror whatever's on it too. So if you want just a bigger display, if you want to watch some YouTube or something like that, you can also do that as well. What's up everybody, Tony here with iTech Check, and I'm super excited to Peak Design's whole case ecosystem for the iPhone 11. Now, so the little button on the side here looks to be the brightness button. We'll turn up the volume from the phone. Phone in your car, leave it on your desk, in your pocket, on your bike. They have a mount or a stand for it, and that's okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the UI real quick. Now that little knob that I showed you over on the side here, it can be pushed in to access the on-screen display, and then it can be pushed up and down. So here we have the brightness control, which is up to 100. The contrast is at 50. We have our eco mode, overdrive. Then to go back, we push the little button over here, go to color settings, can change the color temperature, the hue, saturation, low blue light, color gamut. We have our audio settings, we're at 100, mute is off. Other settings, aspect, 16:9 or full, adaptive sync, language, HDR, and you can reset. And then you have your input source, which is the USB Type-C or HDMI. Right now we're using USB Type-C because it's hooked up to my phone. So let's go ahead and take a look at the picture quality. Right now it's hooked up to my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra by USB Type-C, and it's also being powered by my power bank. Now this is only capable of doing 1080p, so even though that this video is recorded in 4K, it's only going to be shown in 1080p. Check, and I'm super excited to bring you Peak Design's whole case ecosystem for the iPhone 11. Now, this just came out. They sent me this press release box so I could show you each individual. So the volume on this is at 100%, and it's not super loud. It's okay for easy listening, maybe in a quiet room or something like that. But if you're somewhere where there's going to be pretty much any noise, it's going to be hard to hear. I don't know if you're really concerned about that because you can also plug in a headset and then you really won't even have to worry about it. Color representation seems pretty good. Picture quality is really good as well. And now we know that it works totally as a portable unit, especially if you have a Galaxy device that has DeX built in. You can also use this as a portable computer. So the one thing I was really curious about is if we can make this monitor totally portable for gaming. So here I have a Nintendo Switch. I'm going to see what happens when we plug in the Nintendo cable directly into the USB Type-C, directly into the monitor's USB Type-C, and see if we can get anything to show. Okay, so that definitely works. All I have connected to this is my power bank to power it up and the USB Type-C, which is going directly into the Switch. I don't have anything else connected, and we can play. So it is, you can make this a totally portable gaming unit if you have a Nintendo Switch. I'm getting my butt beat here because I'm playing backwards. There doesn't seem to be any gaming lag, and it works pretty good. You can see the screen very well. It's nicely lit. Very cool. So yeah, this works really great for a portable gaming unit. I have my, like I said, my power bank here. It does about 2.4 amps, 5 volts, and then you just have your Switch here. So it also looks like it's charging the Switch as well. So you're powering everything off of this power bank here. It's powering your Switch and the monitor, and it seems to be working great. So if you're looking for a portable monitor that works with your Switch, this is it. 15.6-inch screen versus, what, a 7-inch screen? I'll take it. So something else I thought of for portable gaming besides the Nintendo Switch are these little gaming units that Nintendo, Sega has put out. They're powered by pretty much 5 volts. So you should be able to run these off of a power bank as well as the monitor for portable gaming. So here I have this hooked up. I have the monitor hooked up to my power bank as well as the portable Super Nintendo. Nothing else. It's just these cables in the back here for power and the HDMI, which you're going to have to use. So let's go and see what happens when we power it up. Okay, so there's the screen. As you can see, the little red light on the Nintendo is on. And it loads up perfect. So if you're looking for more portability for gaming, you can also use these little retro portable gaming units. And I just happen to have a little Nintendo controller that we can go ahead and try some of the games out with. So as you can see, everything was working just fine. I also didn't notice any input lag, especially when using the wireless Bluetooth controllers. And as you can see, everything is still being powered off of this one power bank. So if you're looking for a totally portable gaming unit, this monitor is definitely worth getting. And then here's just to show you that you can actually use the monitor connected to maybe like an iMac or a MacBook or something like that. I'm just using the one USB cable. It's being powered directly from the iMac. As you can see, it's working just fine at full brightness. Now, you most likely wouldn't want to use this screen as a second monitor, especially if you have a big screen like some of the iMacs do. This is just a concept to show you that you can hook it up to a MacBook from the USB cable and use it without any problems as a second monitor. So as I showed you before, you can use this with a desktop like your iMac and also MacBooks. Now, you can also use them with non-Mac products such as this HP tablet we have here. It uses USB Type-C, and all we have here is the single USB Type-C going into the monitor here. So if I plug it into the side, we see the portable monitor starting up, and it turns into an extension of the monitor we have here, making it really good for portability. Say you want to work, mobily, maybe out of the office. You now have your screen here, and you have another big screen off to the side here that's being powered right from the tablet itself. So say maybe you wanted to have a PowerPoint or something on your main desktop, and then you wanted to open up a browser. You could then put it over on your other external screen. The color representation is really good. The tablet I have off to the right here is at full brightness, and so is the external monitor itself. And as you can see, they're pretty comparable. The display is in a very well lit room. It's pretty bright in here, and as you can see, the brightness is definitely good enough to view for whatever you need it to. Also, reading things on the screen are quite sharp and crisp. The resolution at 1080p is definitely perfect for this monitor. It does not have to be any higher than that. As you can see, we're scrolling through the web page here, and you can easily read all of the text. The brightness doesn't look all washed out. I think, like I said before, the color representation is really good, and the brightness as well. And it's super convenient that it can be powered just off of the tablet itself. So that makes it perfectly portable for pretty much anywhere on the go. And because the external monitor is so thin, you can fit it in the same book bag or pack as you would store your tablet in, which makes it perfect for doing things on the go. So the viewing angles on this monitor are really good. You don't have to actually have it pointing directly at you to still visibly see what's on the screen. Now, if I turn the monitor to the side like this, I can still see what's on the screen, even though it's not facing directly at me. It's not optimal, but you can still see it. And of course, if you turn it a little bit more towards you, the screen gets a lot brighter, and then you can really see what's on the screen. But again, it doesn't have to be pointed directly at you to see what's on the screen. So I've had about a week to use this portable monitor, and I really have to say I'm quite impressed. There's a lot of really great things going for it. There's only really one con, and it's not really so much this monitor. It's pretty much all of the monitors that are like this because they're so slim, and that's going to be the sound volume. Now, because there's not a lot of room to put speakers, they're only going to be able to get so loud before distortion sets in. So that's really the only con that I see. Again, it's not huge because you can always plug in a pair of headphones, or if you're using your phone or something, you can just use like a Bluetooth headset. But as far as the pros, great picture. You can really not even see the pixels unless you really look up close to the screen, but at normal viewing, you're not going to see the pixels. Everything's really crisp and clear. The brightness is also definitely not an issue, especially because I am in a very brightly lit room and I can still see everything just fine. And as far as portable gaming goes, perfect, especially with it working with the switch just off of a power bank is huge, because now you can pretty much take it wherever you want and have a nice big screen instead of that small 7-inch screen that the Switch comes with. And also for these little gaming units that Nintendo and Sega are selling, you can also use it with that as well. And it's also really great for doing office work, especially now with a lot of people working from home or maybe mobily. You can, as you saw, you can just hook this up directly to your tablet, not even with an external power source, and it works just fine. So you have two monitors instead of one, and they're not really big and bulky. You can kind of move them around very easily. And if you really needed to use the monitor with an external power source, you know that it works fine just with a power bank. And as far as build quality goes, I think it's excellent. The screen quality is really good, as you can see. The bezels are made of metal, and the only thing that's really plastic is the back and the buttons on the side, which is definitely not a big deal at all. I would definitely recommend this portable monitor, again, if you guys are looking to do some office work on the go, or maybe if you want to use it for your kids for gaming or something like that. Again, anything you can plug into an HDMI, you can use with this portable monitor, so it's pretty versatile. Again, I will also be putting a link in the description in case you guys want to pick one up yourself. And if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to do reviews for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell to let you guys know when I put out new videos. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram for updates on past reviews that I've done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.